Oh, just a little sneak peek of what I'm currently working on. Yeah, just a little sneak peek because that painting is going to be awesome when it's done. And if you follow my videos thoroughly, watch a lot of them or all of them, thank you very much. But yeah, that's pretty much the Cutlass Supreme that I filmed almost a week ago because today is Saturday and it's already nighttime, unfortunately, by 6 o'clock. Um, and today is the 26th of October 2024. Actually, I've had some good business last few weeks. I have to say, I'm very been impressed. Been great for friggin' October. September was lousy, and I guess it's like my friend Grant, who's obviously a very perceptive guy. He's like, well, people they spend a lot more time looking at their phones or on the internet when it's colder. So yeah, there you go. So anyway, some of the things I sold successfully this week that I wanted to that it got me the idea to actually has a few bucks to buy some 5x7 inch frames is yeah I had some of my original photos that weren't selling that were in frames for whatever a few months or a few years whatever. And I put some pictures I took of Canada Post trucks. I think they were almost all of them were original prints I took in 2011 because I already liked those trucks at that time. They were already old. They were already from the 90s. So they were whatever, I don't know, 15, 20 years old, whatever. And yeah, they were all gone by the end of the year here in Quebec because this is a rust belt. And, it's such a tough, it's so tough winter here, especially on vehicles or year round anyway, that you could test vehicles here in Montreal with our wonderful roads or even in other towns in Quebec because the roads are so shitty. So again, like I said, I went down to the old Dollarama. I bought some beautiful, cheap, and expensive frames with real glass, and I framed some of my original photos. So now, if you want a piece of me, you don't want to buy one of the T-shirts on Teespring because they are kind of expensive. I understand that. And of course, my original items, like my original paintings, as you see here, they're not cheap either. Even that GM New Look bus, it's a photo I had blown up earlier this year. Well, that's the cheaper out of all the things you see here, of course. Well, that hubcap is cheap, but I didn't make it. This is actually 60 bucks. And price to sell. And these two pictures here. This one's 50, and this one is also 50. And there's another one I framed a few days ago. Here's a picture I took in the NDG part of the city on Sherbrooke. There used to be a garage there, and yeah, there was this one day in the rain. There was this '69 Camaro. I don't know, SSRS. Maybe it's probably a clone. So anyway, all these frames are 15 bucks each. All these framed original pictures. Again, this was in 1999, so this is already 24 years ago. We'll put that. I don't know why I took that off. I guess to give you a better look at it. It's in great shape. It's signed. There's my name there at the bottom. Can't get too close, because one thing I remember when I filmed my Freightliner garbage truck over there on the shelf. Yeah, and when it's outside, even outside in the bright light, if you get real close to it, it doesn't stay in focus. So there you go. So these are all like I said, 15 bucks each, 15 to ship, and these are Canadian dollars, right? So it'll be cheaper for you Americans. And then you have this guy here. Speaking of old Chevrolets, this picture I took when I was with my friend Daryl in New Haven, Connecticut, because my friend Daryl lives down there. So I spent a couple of days down there. He lived in Trumbull. I think now he lives in Stratford, Connecticut. And there was this in the shopping center of this grocery store. I think there was this Nova, this ratty-looking Nova, which looks like it has 500,000 miles on it. Look at all the stickers on there. This one there with the radio station reminds me of Howard Stern. There, WCCC 107 Rock. Anyway, pretty funky old Nova. Very American. This picture. Again, my signature is there at the bottom. Picture is signed in the back, but anyway, you have to take my word for it on that. And then continuing with the old school vehicles on four wheels, how about this old 90s Grumman step van? Speaking of Canada Post, that's probably a ex-Canada Post because it's a short one. It's got the dog dish hubcap, but it could have been something else. Where it says l'épicerie, that's French for groceries. And I took that picture in Chinatown. Yeah, that was for Radio Canada television program, which is, of course, Radio Canada is the French version of Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. And now, let's actually, how about another, since like I said, I sold 4 of these frames with pictures I took of Canada Post Grumman step vans. I figure, how about this one here? Here's another one, another Grumman step van, Grumman Olson. Again, likely 90s. I think this was a 92. I think it was stationed at station 30, if I'm not mistaken. I never got it responding. But here it is on the scene of a fire call or a minor fire in Old Montreal. I think this is in 2016. There's my John Hancock there, signature. See, it doesn't want to focus, eh? When you're really close. It's too bad. Maybe I should have used my phone. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's because I got it on that stabilization thing, eh? Oh yeah. And how about this guy here? Okay, how about this picture I took in 2011? Never saw that again. Maybe I saw that a couple of times. Old MR-73 Metro waiting to depart at Snowdon Metro, and with the malfunctioning doors there on the second and last car. Pretty cool, eh? There's yours truly signature with the info, Snowdon 2011. Like I said, all these are only $10 each, so anybody could afford this stuff. That's one reason why I'm doing this too, because I know a lot of you guys don't have money, especially younger people. I'm not any better than you, obviously. And then there's this guy here. Thought I should frame this also. Glad I got these when these MR-90 Bombardier trains on the commuter, Two Mountains commuter line, the Deux Montagnes line. They were only 5 years old. This was in 2003. No, wait a minute. No, sorry. What am I talking about? No, they were like 7 years old, but look, they look like new. Look how shiny they were. And of course, now it's a big no-no. You can't take any pictures. Central station, in the station, under the station, doesn't matter. So I find this makes this picture look even more important. And also, if you don't like one of these frames, I could maybe do a switcheroo, whatever's left. You know what I mean? It's not a problem, not a big deal. Then, certainly not last but not least, or definitely almost last. Yeah, this is probably, of all the times I've taken pictures of a few of these preserved CT-CUM new look buses. This is my favorite. This was actually one of the garages on Belchat Street, which I think was demolished actually. And just fantastic. What's cool is that I remember from I think it was Simon, that this one here is an 83. This was preserved because that was the last new look that the Montreal Transit Commission ordered. And it was a Suburban on top of that. You can see it was used for Grey Line. And then this one's a 72, and actually the older models were actually a couple inches or 3 inches narrower than the later models, which are actually wider. So that's really cool, you know. So again, these are only $10, man. I'm not making a fortune here, and I'm pricing things to move as usual, just like anything else. Like this guy here, Jean Beliveau. You love this original drawing? You know somebody loves them? You got money for Christmas for that said person out of love? $150. And I framed that myself, by the way. Look at this Chrysler 1984 Chrysler New Yorker, an original ad that I framed this week, I think, or last week. $20. And look at this. Save the best for last, so to speak. How about this one in between two pieces of glass? How cool is that? That's a picture I took at Fairview in the Waste Island there in the Burbs. Isn't that cool? Look, that was in October 2006, so that was almost, well, it's not 20 years ago, but anyway. And there's a nice lady looking driver there. She's a blonde. Look, there's a classic in the front. The classic is a 1994. And look, you even have the freaking ad for the horror movie Saw. Okay. Yeah, man. And then I remember that was a very unusually warm day. There's my John Hancock there. So that's it, guys. Just a thing to offer you guys. And one more thing here for you old car lovers there. Look at that. There's this one I had laminated on wood many years ago. And this one is 15. But just like these guys, if you buy one of these guys, it'll be 10. And there is signed in the back there. Yeah, original photo, 58, Biscayne. So anyway, like I said, 15 to ship one of these. If I ship two of them, it's 20, so you get the idea. And again, like I said, these are Canadian dollars, so it'll be cheaper for you Americans. You have more income than we do, because, you know, being Canadian means being taxed to death, especially in Quebec. And I thank you very much. Yeah, I need a shave, I know. I kind of like it, though. Yeah, I like it. Looks good on me. Especially with a nice haircut I got. There's nothing, a refreshing haircut. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And if you see anything that I'm showing here that you like, let me know. The car models, which I made almost all of them, they're not really for sale. I mean, that's a picture a friend of mine took in Veradero, Cuba, one of the old Montreal buses. I don't think I ever showed that before, actually. Yeah, and I liked the picture so much, I had it enlarged. He had lent me the negative. I never got it back to him. My friend Sean McClare, he's in Toronto now, I think. And when he was down there in Veradero, Cuba, he told me there was even one new look. It still had the 68 Pierrefonds route sign on it. So So yeah, very groovy, baby. I don't care if I don't sell that really. And then if you love trucks and stuff like that, look at this. This one I made this a few years back, or quite a few years back. All these different pictures of trucks and old cars, and from I think mostly magazines, books. There's my oldest Sabre. Yeah, that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Take care. Be well. À la prochaine. Bonjour. Take care. Adios.